everyone. Good evening and welcome to Born to Shine, being brought to you by Genius Kids. I'm Miss Renu from Genius Kids, and this show is here every Wednesday evenings, brought to you with Genius Kids and Radio Zindagi. We're very happy to be here. So thank you for tuning in. And for those who are tuned in, we're also being live streamed on Facebook as well, so on the Radio Zindagi page. So do join us over there. Before I begin the show today, I do want to begin the show by actually offering my condolences to the Catherine Coors family of the Dublin School District. We just found the tragic news that Catherine unfortunately lost her life due to an accident that happened today. It's very sad. Catherine was on our shows. I had the wonderful experience of interviewing her. I'm very sorry to hear about this, and to her family and to all the people in Dublin who know her. Prayers go out to her and her family, and she will be greatly missed. She was a very well-known, active member of the Dublin School Board as a trustee and very involved in all the Dublin school events. And she was actually at a school event when this happened. So very sorry, and condolences going out to Catherine Coors' family. Back to the show. Thank you for tuning in again. And as you know, every week we spotlight someone that is doing something special. And this is for youth. So I call them ages 5 to 25. So if you have anyone that you know, whether it's in your home or anywhere else, that's doing something special that we want to know, because we want to spotlight them on this show. And I'm not just talking about academics. Academics is great, but we want to do other things beyond academics. What else are these kids doing out there? Are they dancing? Are they creating nonprofits? Are they giving money back to the community? Are they writing books? Whatever it may be, we want to know. And today on today's show, we're going to highlight another author who, and I'm so excited, especially when I have these young girls, because I'm all about women empowerment. So let's begin the show by welcoming Arshia Mehta. Welcome, Arshia. How are you?
Loud.
I can't hear you. You're going to have to speak a lot louder.
Good.
Great. Welcome to the show. And we have Daddy behind there, Ritesh. Welcome to the show, Ritesh.
Hi.
Hi, I see a little skip of Mom over there. Mom, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having us on this wonderful forum where you're showcasing little kids with this talent. It's a great inspiration for kids. And we have tuned into 1170 so often, all these shows that come up, and have been inspired as well. So it's wonderful to have, our kid as well, and, share the work that, she has been doing.
Thank you. And Mommy, what's your name? So we have your name too.
I am Tripti.
Tripti. Okay, so we have Ritesh, Tripti, and we have Arshia. So Ritesh had written to me telling me about what his daughter does, which I absolutely love, because parents, it's behind every successful child is a parent that is encouraging them. And I strongly believe in that. So I love it when parents write in. You don't need anyone else to be nominating your child. You nominate your own child. So on that note, Arshia, tell us a little bit about yourself, how old you are and what you currently do.
My name is Arshia.
Jordi.
My name is Arshia. I'm 11 years old, and
Which grade are you in?
I'm in 5th grade.
Okay, what school do you go to?
I go to Donlin Elementary.
Okay, so you're in my backyard in Pleasanton. Wonderful. All right, that's nice to see. And your dad told me that you were inspired to write a book. So can you tell us a little bit about this book? What is the name of this book?
It's called Down to Earth.
Down to Earth. That's a very unusual name. I can think of so many things. So tell me a little bit about what Down to Earth is all about.
So Down to Earth is basically about these angels coming from heaven to earth, and well, it's kind of confusing, very confusing. So there's this dude whose parents are very poor, and his mom loses her job to because his colleague Jaden so his colleague's uncle is selling the place where his mom works in. So then he gets angry and steals. So then the angels come to Earth, and Aiden, like, he's that dude I was talking about. He sees So the angels have the necklace, like this really expensive diamond necklace, and Aiden finds it and he steals it because he wants to make money. And then Jaden finds out, so she's a detective, and she's figuring out who stole the necklace, and then they go to heaven and have a battle and stuff.
Okay, so you've told me all these different characters, and at 11 years old, most kids will throw away the pen and say, I'm not going to write anything. Forget writing a book. They don't even want to write down their homework. So tell me, what inspired you to write this book?
What inspired me is one of my favorite books. It's called Warrior Cats, and it has like many things like this, like mysteries and battles and stuff like that. And
That book?
yeah, I read 4 series of it.
Okay, so that means you're into reading books.
Yeah, so also my idea of having a pen named Dart V came from that, because the author of the book is actually many different people, but they used one pen name, Aaron Hunter.
So what is your pen name again?
Dart V.
Dart V. So is your book a science fiction book? Is that what it would be?
Mhm.
All right. So is the book available on Amazon?
Yes.
All right. So when did you launch this book?
I think in
With
August.
Oh, last year in August?
Yeah.
And
Or-
how long did it take you to write this book?
It took me like 2 months. I worked on it for the summer vacation.
So let me ask you, this means you wrote the book during COVID last year when everybody was on lockdown, sitting at home, right?
Yeah.
So do you think something inspired you there to sit down and do something a little bit beyond just studying virtually? Do you think that helped with the lockdown to be able to sit down and write this book?
No, not really. It was actually really boring, but it was really cool after I read it. So
That's wonderful. So I'm going to move on to mom and dad, whoever can answer this question. So did you know that your daughter had these writing skills, or did you only discover last year?
You will say.
Tripti, I can see Ritesh is passing over that question to you.
It's all about women empowerment, isn't it?
Of course, of course. Coming to the screen a little bit so we can see you.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, no, don't move the, yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Yes.
Arshia described she has been an avid reader since she was 3 years old. We used to live in Fremont, and at the age of about 2.5 or 3, she started reading the names of the streets. Since then, Dad has been buying books to read for her like anything. And over last summer and last few years, she's like, hey, she finishes a series, starts a new sequence. So it has been like a continuous refurbishing of books that she can read and absorb, and she enjoys doing that. And last summer, COVID has been a blessing in this sense.
no.
Everyone is locked down, activities to do,
Yes.
everyone's at home. So this was an inspirational hobby that she has inculcated in herself, and credit goes to her school and her teachers as well, who have developed and nurtured the skills past 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Now, honestly, parents didn't have anything to do with her writing skills that she has put in. It's tremendous, at this age, writing a book of 44 pages. Tell me about it. Writing 2 or 3 pages, it takes days to get our content and thoughts and structure in. So kudos to her school, to her faculty. Last 2-3 years, it's like she has been running that marathon and inculcating the skill in her. I know she has a long way to go, but this is like a small piece of demonstration of dedication and commitment that she has demonstrated.
Absolutely. Well, Arshia, you and I have something in common. I know you don't think COVID helped you or gave you any encouragement to write the book, but it did for me. I wrote 2 books last year because I was on lockdown. So, but I'm 60 years old, so I didn't do it at 11 years old. I did it when I was 60. But that's wonderful. So let me ask you, did she tell you she wanted to write a book, Mommy, or did you just, go ahead, you tell me, Arshia. Yes.
So actually, I came up with this book idea when I was just prancing around my backyard, and me and my sister wanted to make a story. So we were like prancing around the backyard and made this crazy story. And we told my mom and dad, and they were like, let's make a book out of this.
Absolutely. And I think that's wonderful. And I really commend you that you're actually reading books, because I think these days I see children spending more time just on their iPads and the whole concept of reading physical books. So are you actually reading real books, or are you doing audiobooks?
Sometimes I do audiobooks because like I don't have any books at my house to read anymore. But
Because
Audiobooks
she's
are great.
exhausted all the books because she's read her
She's
Wings
read
of
them all.
Fire
Yeah.
so many times.
Actually, audiobooks are great. I love audiobooks. I think those are great. And I'm so glad that I've actually met somebody that loves to read, because I'm all about reading. And that's the first thing we teach at our schools as Genius Kids, is we
actually,
focus on reading.
tons of people at my school love to read. So you can,
I'm so glad to hear that.
yeah.
So now let's talk about, are you going to write another book, or is it just going to be this one?
So my dad wrote this really cool story and stuff. So I'm gonna be helping him write it on next summer break.
Your dad is now writing a book?
My dad's not writing it. He made the story, but he wants me to edit it and stuff.
Wonderful. That sounds really good. So you're going to keep the whole family very busy.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about where your book, it's called Down to Earth, and it's available on Amazon. And I think, Ritesh, you mentioned that there's a promotion about that. Maybe you can share that on at this time.
Sure. So the book is available on Amazon. I will put the link on the Facebook. And if you search on Amazon also, Down to Earth by Dart V, you can find it out. And for next 5 days, for like Radio Zindagi listeners and all sort of, it's free promotion. They can get a free copy of her ebook. So yeah,
Wonderful. So it's a free copy of the ebook.
yes.
Wonderful. So for those who tuned in and you're listening in, this is Arshia Mehta, who has authored the book called Down to Earth under the name .v. And if you go to Amazon, you can download the ebook for free if you are, of course, listening to this show. So going back to you, Arshia, so now I know you do science, you've written your book. Are you overall very good at your academics in most of your subjects, or is it just some particular subjects you like to do?
So I guess I'm good at most of them, but there are only a few that I like.
Which ones do you like?
If art's a subject, then I really like that. And I like
Yes, it is.
science also. And I kind of like history, but not that much.
So I know that your dad mentioned that you have won a couple of competitions in math. Can you tell me a little bit about what else you do?
Noetic.
Noetic math?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Exactly, but I got good scores.
You got a 9 out of 100, right? You got a national award for that.
Yes. So you got a national award. Was it in spelling, Dad, or was it in math?
In the math. It's called Noetic.
Wonderful.
Yes, it's a national competition about the math. And this mathematics is it's problem solving. It's not basic math. It's about they give you different problems and you solve it, and it's kind of word problems and all of that.
Yes, I'm very familiar with Noetic math. It's a very challenging math program. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And then I know you also won a spelling bee competition, correct?
I have?
In the school, you were the first rank, right?
Have you forgotten all these things? You're too busy in your book.
See, she actually represented the PUSD for the Reflections PTA. She was till the Peralta level. She composed the music, I Matter Because, and that went on to at least, being selected to the Peralta level. So that
wonderful. So she actually composed a song. Did you sing the song as well?
Well, actually, yes, I did, but it was just an a cappella. It didn't have like real instruments or anything.
That doesn't matter. Could you sing a few words for us now?
No.
No? How come?
I don't want to.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. If you don't want to, that's all right. I would love to listen to a song that you've actually won an award for. That would be amazing. Now, who wrote the words? Did you write the words of the song?
Yeah.
What was the song about? Tell us what the song was about.
The PTA like topic thing was it was called I Matter Because. So you like say why you matter and you put that into art.
Okay.
And I made a song, and like the chorus was I matter because I make the world better. But the verses were the three different ways I make the world better. But I don't have a bridge in that one.
So let me ask you a question. Why you wrote a song about how to make the world better? Why do you think the world needs to be better?
Oh, well, yeah, duh.
Okay, go ahead and tell me why.
Um, First of all this global warming stuff is happening. So we can make it better by like not using lights that much and not using electricity when not needed.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing is that we don't get enough oxygen to breathe, so we can plant more trees and plants and things like that. So our world isn't filled with smoke and stuff. And instead of like driving cars, gas cars, we could use bikes or electric cars.
And what else do you think could be done? Do you think, I'd love to hear your thoughts as an 11-year-old about what's happening with the world right now with the virus, right? I strongly believe that it's because of the way that humans have treated the planet, we've caused this. What are your thoughts on that?
So I don't exactly know how the virus was caused, but I think people should wear masks and do 6 feet distancing and actually like not spread it. So there's this thing called the domino effect. So if one person gets it, then it can like travel to like multiple people. But then if one person stays safe, then it kind of stops there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I really wish everybody could think of the same effect that you just talked about, because unfortunately, there's still a lot of people that don't think there was a virus, or they don't feel that they need to wear a mask. So, what is going to be your next project other than your dad's book? If I were to ask you, Arshia, where do you think you're going to be in 10 years? I mean, what do you plan to pursue when you go to college? Have you decided what you want to do?
Not exactly, but I also kind of want to be a background artist for animated movies.
Okay, that's cool. So, you want to go into your college to do that?
Well, I don't know if there's a college for that, but yeah.
So, mom and dad, most parents would have probably said, "Hey, you got to focus on your studies. Why are you spending all your time writing this book? Just focus on your learning." What do you think is so important for kids to do other than academics? I mean, clearly, I can tell Arshia is good at her academics as well. But why do you think it's important to do other activities? Ritesh, you want to give?
I feel like kids are like rivers. You cannot stop them, and every individual comes with some sort of unique talent. I don't know how it is. This is how the nature it is. So I felt like when Arshia kept doing whatever she liked, two things happened. One is that she excelled into things that she liked. Second thing, she was happy. She's been happy and jolly kid. So what happens is she's focusing on her academics on her own. She starts her day at like 7 a.m. in the morning and it ends till 10. And literally, I have to tell her, stop studying so hard. So it's all about like she does all her things all by herself because she is doing extracurriculars that she likes. So the lesson that I've learned as a parent.
Well, Arshia, let me tell you, when I was a young girl, I think I used to do the same thing. I used to start my day very early and I used to just love studying. And I'm huge into science and I've been writing as well since I was a young kid. I only publish my book now. So you're in a country which gave you this opportunity. I grew up in a country which didn't give me the opportunity to publish a book so quickly. So
Which country?
I grew up in Kenya in Africa.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I didn't get that opportunity to do that. So, what would you like our listeners to know about your future plans before we wrap up the show?
Oh, me?
Yes, of course, you.
Again, like I said, I want to be a background artist when I grow up. I also want to be an activist for like global warming and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is a future plan, but I want to get a lot of pets when I grow up.
A lot of pets.
Mhm.
And what would be the first animal you would get? Do you have one right now?
So no, I do not.
Okay.
The first animal I would get would be a duck, and I have a reason.
That's interesting. Ducks could be very unusual. But you know, it's been so nice having you on our show and talking about it. So really quickly again, Ritesh, go ahead and mention the promotion one more time for our listeners.
Listener, you can get Arshia Mehta's book called Down to Earth by Dartvi on Amazon.com. And for the next 5 days, the Kindle version is available for free. And the link will be available as well on Facebook page.
Absolutely wonderful. And the book is called Down to Earth by Dart V, but that would be Arshia Mehta, who's 11 years old. And Arshia, on behalf of everyone, I wish you the very best of luck. I don't know if you have a name for your dad's book yet, or the story. Have you picked a name yet, or are you still thinking about it?
I think it's called Above the Horizon or something.
Beyond the Horizon.
Beyond the Horizons. Okay, well, we'll be definitely looking out for that. And hopefully someday I'll be meeting you in person and I can get an actual book signed in person by you. Well, thank you so much. Thank you to Tripti and Ritesh for encouraging your daughter to continue writing, and hope all the parents can remember that academics is great, getting all that math and all that work done. But, you know, if you can get into extracurricular activities, it really helps your child get into college. Let me tell you, that's what's important. Yes, Tripti.
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, for having Arshia come and speak here. She's usually an introvert child, but the work she's produced, I do believe like every kid has a potential in them. Everyone is born to shine. Just follow your heart, follow your passion, whatever it is. Is it academics? Is it something else that the kids like and enjoy? Just unleash that, give them that space.
Absolutely. And in fact, you know, you talked about being an introvert. It's okay, because I'll tell you one thing. I strongly believe that everybody has an ability to do something here. We all come here for a reason, and there's always something we can do to give back to the community. So when you write back, that's okay. And I think I loved her candidness today and her honesty. I love it when I ask a question and a child doesn't want to answer it. It's wonderful that somebody's be able to say, no, I choose not to answer that question, Ms. Renu. You can go to the next one. So it's been really wonderful interviewing her. So thank you so much. And again, best of luck in your book, Beyond the Horizons. And we hope to see you back again here soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And friends, for those who tuned in, this is Born to Shine. We'll be here next week again with another young youth to spotlight. And again, special thanks to Radio Zindagi for giving us this opportunity. Back to you, Neeraj. Thank you.